Hey everyone, my name is Will. This is the presentation for the Sport Management 320 final project. I decided to do a research paper on the flow state, mostly in athletes. So far from the research that I have been doing, I found that I'm more guided towards finding out whether the flow state can be kind of created in a sense, or more like the athlete has the ability, or deciding if the athlete has the ability to kind of help them get themselves into the flow state. And there's a bunch of research that I found where there's a bunch of environmental factors, like maybe like pre-game rituals that they might have, like during the game, if there's actual optimal like temperatures and humidities for players. Sometimes there is like, even if they're like, whether or not they're in a slump day or like a slump week, or if they're just like not feeling it, like that contributes to it. Their feelings, like whatever that they're going through at the time, contributes to it. Their perspective on the game itself as well. So they're if they see the competition or like the game as like not super impossibly challenging, but still challenging, yet they still feel comfortable with the challenge, that is like ideal conditions for the flow state for an athlete. Just stuff like that. I'm trying to kind of bridge some research into saying yes or no as to whether or not it can be created. So the flow state is actually like it's probably where you see the athlete's best performance. It's typically a state where like people describe it as like a slowed, like time slows for them. They're at their like most optimal performance. Their reaction time increases, their focus increases. Things kind of like, they kind of get like that tunnel vision, and they really just focus on their task, and they do really well in this flow state. Everything again like slows down for them. They're in their most optimal state, and they're able to perform their task very well. Usually this is, again, like I said earlier, this is where their highest level of performance can come from, where there's like these optimal conditions that they have either created for themselves or the environment at the time provided for them. So yeah, and so there's just a bunch of different research that I'm finding where it's saying that it is possible to not create exactly like a flow state. You can't just walk up to a play or like to a game and be like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go into the flow state today. That's not really what is possible, or what this research is pointing out, but it's more saying that like there are things you can do, and like the ways you think about the game, and like the way you change your perspective, that will allow you a better chance to get into the flow state. So like, again, if you feel confident in your abilities and you see it as a challenge, but like you're not afraid of this challenge, right? So this game's gonna be difficult, but you've been practicing really hard, and you're like, you know what, I got this. Like, no need to fret, no need to worry about it. Like, let's do this. Like, I'm gonna try my best. Like, that kind of attitude would be like pretty optimal for the flow state. What else? Like, again, music that you might like, something that will just let you shut everything out, let you think towards yourself. There's also, I found, like emotions that are associated with like more optimal performance. So like even like positive emotions like content is actually negative when it comes to optimal performance, because if you're content, you're moseying around the field doing whatever, not doing anything. But if you're like again, into that like positively challenging mood, or like you kind of feel aggressive, is actually one of them. It's like a negative emotion, but can lead to optimal performance, because again, you're kind of going after that goal. Anyway, so yeah, this is just me like rambling on about the stuff that I found, but yeah, that's where the research is heading. I'm trying to figure out the ways to describe the chance to provide the optimal situation and environment for athletes to go into the flow state, and whether or not they can give themselves the ability to kind of create that for them more frequently, and what else is needed to help them create that situation for them. So yeah, thank you for watching this video.